And when we look actually at the next draft pick, this is obviously another offensive player that's going into this Ben Johnson offense. For me, this is a fascinating pick because I'm kind of not sure. Well, I'm excited to see what the Bears do with this and how he fits. And that's obviously Ozzie Trapilo, who's coming in from Boston College, who's the tackle. Now, he's a tackle. He's recently been playing right tackle. He has previously played left tackle. I know before the draft, the Bears were asked, is there any chance that Darnell Wright could be kicked across to the left? And they didn't rule it out. So it's going to be interesting to see now. Is Trapilo going to come in and is he going to battle for that left tackle position? Obviously, we know Braxton Jones has the injury, and we'll be kind of keeping an eye on how he comes back. I mean, what did you think of this pick, and how do you think it's kind of going to shake out for him in terms of getting into this Bears lineup? Because he looks like a really good player. No penalties given up last season, which is phenomenal. He's a big player who can make a big difference on that line. But I mean, again, he's a rookie stepping up, and there have been changes on this offensive line. So how do you kind of see this shaking out with him?
I'm going to go through just my emotions and just feelings about all this because it was very conflicting as soon as the pick was made, because the Bears get an extra second round pick going back with the Buffalo Bills. They take Ozzie Trapilo. Did not have him on my radar. I was pretty much zeroed in on Ursary as kind of like the best tackle for the second and third round, and then thinking, okay, well, if they miss out on him, maybe they find somebody on day 3. So at first I'm like, okay, this is surprising. Don't really know a lot about him. Let's see about this. I then thought, okay, probably developmental pick. Maybe he sits behind for a year, kind of does the Karana Magaje situation. But then I'm thinking, wait, he's a second round pick. Second round picks usually play. And he was also durable too. Like, he has a lot of time spent starting at Boston College. He wasn't hurt like Karana Magaje. So then I'm like, well, maybe he actually does fit in a little bit sooner. Then I started to go watch highlights on him because I'm like, I need to see who this player is. I see somebody, just a massive human being, fairly quick on his feet for his size. His pad level is pretty high. I'm not an offensive line expert, but I know, like, playing too high, you definitely are vulnerable. You got to make sure that you haven't, are low enough to get into space. So, but I'm thinking, with the veteran staff in place, that's something that can be worked on. He doesn't have to wait to kind of get into these drills that Karana Magaje did. He also has a just golden opportunity with Braxton Jones being injured. It's unfortunate for Jones, but it's fortunate for Trapilo, who can come in and maybe steal a spot. So, and the fact that 6'8" tackles have actually panned out pretty well in the NFL. I forget who said it, but and I should have the tweet in front of me. I don't. I apologize. But somebody listed off like a number of tackles that were, his size or above, and all of them were at the very minimum quality starters. So you do feel so optimistic that Trapilo, with his size and, maybe grows into his body even more, puts on some weight, can definitely somebody you can count on in 2025. So, I went from thinking he's a developmental player to a few days later thinking, well, this guy might actually be a starter early on in the season, depending on how things shake out. So there's a lot to like. And, it really seems like he has the tools to develop into a quality starter.
Yeah, no, he definitely does. I mean, like you, I didn't know much about him at all. I was impressed when I went and watched him. He is a big guy. He manhandles people. It was fun to watch. And I think a young player like that coming in, I mean, first you said it, if you're a second round pick, I mean, the expectation is you can come in here and you can contribute, pretty much straight away. I mean, it's not a definite, but it's something that you kind of think with second round picks. And I think also we look at the moves they've made with the offensive line in the offseason, and I think they've got a lot of experience and leadership in there. I wonder if that just makes it a little easier for a rookie to come in and start like Trapilo, if that is indeed what happens. You have a Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson there, Drew Dalman at centre. These are players who have a bit have experience in there. I mean, Joe Tooney has all the experience in the world and Super Bowl. So I wonder if that, especially if he goes left tackle, that just makes it that little bit easier for him to maybe be able to slide in and to kind of get into that NFL groove. But again, I just think it's fascinating. They've done so much on that offensive line that this player coming in now, I mean, I kind of want to see. I'll be watching out in minicamp, obviously, and the off season. You know, where he starts to do drills. As you say, Braxton Jones isn't going to be back anytime soon, so he really does have a chance to get in there and to stake a claim. So that'll be interesting.